My name's Matt James and I am the singer for The Raven H. I like to have as least amount of stress before a show as possible, so after sound check we usually try to get everything as calm as possible. I like to give myself loads of time before the show to get ready, so I'm not racing towards the end, because then all of a sudden everything can be stressful quite quickly. So I like to make sure that everything stays as chilled and as relaxed as humanly possible.
It's like a storm is raging, but no one can shelter us.
Usually everyone does different things. Some people eat food. I myself don't particularly like to eat before a show. Everyone either has some moments to themselves, and then we kind of all get ready around about the same time. I usually get ready a little bit earlier than everyone else. And yeah, like I said, just try to keep everything as chilled as possible, like calm before the storm. Leading up to the show, you go through all the things that potentially could go wrong, and there's loads. It's a big, complex rock show. Loads of things can go wrong. I just try to kind of focus on what I have to do personally, and also you can overthink in those situations. I also just try to get in a good headspace, which allows me to enjoy the show. So that's quite it's quite a hard thing to do, to kind of switch your mind off and just kind of focus on the show. Because I feel like a lot of people, if they're just going through the motions, people can read through that. And I'd like to think that I'm at the level now where I can enjoy the show more than I maybe would have done 10 or so years ago. We've seen some unbelievable crowds and played some incredible places, and everything's different. Some places have more smaller, intimate shows can be sometimes some of the best, but then you get a vibe when you can turn over a crowd of, I don't know, 20 odd thousand people and put them on your side. That's a special feeling as well. It feels like you've really done your homework. We spend so much time kind of waiting around and traveling, and years of kind of trying to hone your craft, but then you get those kind of beautiful moments in a live environment where the crowd are vibing and then they're singing back the words to the songs, and that is something very, very special. It's like a kind of a unison between you and the crowd when that happens, and that is something amazing. It's one of those things. It's kind of hard to put into words, I think. It's just it's the reason we do it at the end of the day, I think. Well, the adrenaline usually stays for me for a while. First thing, I have a little bit of a post-gig routine, I suppose. First thing I do is I usually crack open a beer and I take off all my gear, all my clothes, because a lot of it can be quite heavy and a bit sweaty and gross. So the first thing I do is so nearly every time the guys come back into the dressing room, it's usually me just sitting there in my pants having a cold beer, and that's kind of like my way of de-stressing, as unfortunate looking it may be. That's just what I do, and it seems that's my kind of routine and how I get back into chilled mode.